Hello, welcome back to Channel 17 News. And today, you're with your host, Nick Mintz. Now let's get right into the news!
And today we are interviewing a multi-billionaire named Sarkis Linux and his operating system, which is successful, named Alpha 1. Mr. Linux, where were you born and how was it in the Soviet Union?
I was born in the Soviet Union in 1991 in Yerevan, Armenia. And my birth in the Soviet Union and the Soviet Union trying to advertise for more computer programmers and advertise made my father and me at birth really interested in this.
Mr. Linux, were you born in a rich family or a below middle class?
So when I was growing up, my family was not the richest family. We were very, probably below middle class. And during when I was inside the, Soviet curtain, because whenever the Soviet Union collapsed, there were still countries that couldn't get their independence. And Armenia was one of them. So in Armenia, I had a lot of friends who had fathers who were in the military and who were computer programmers who programmed the giant room-sized computers. So me and my friend, his name was Gevorg, would always go to a military site with a lot of computers and we would fool around with them and I would learn a lot about them, And, it really helped me out for my structure of learning a lot of the good programming languages, especially the C programming languages, which is used in a lot of operating systems such as Windows or Linux. And it's a really great thing for me to learn about, because that's how I really got into computers and computer programming in general.
Mr. Linux, how did Alpha 1 become so successful? And when did it become so successful?
I created Alpha 1 I remember, it was December 11th, 2006. And I was like 16 years old during that time, and it was really astonishing to know that I coded something. So I made this line of code, and it turned out to be an operating system. So 2 years later, I was 18, I later made a license for this and patented it out. So I released this operating system in 2008, and it was mainly for servers and for supercomputers. That was Alpha X, and then that was the main code for it. Then later on, after that operating system became a more powerful and more well-used operating system for servers, I decided to create a more user-friendly version, and that is where Alpha 1 came to where it is now. Alpha 1 became very popular in 2011 because Windows Vista was just being enabled, and after Windows XP, and now it's with Windows Vista, and Windows Vista was not a very popular operating system for Windows. So that's where Alpha 1 outshined, and by December of 2012, we already had 400 million people use Alpha 1. And this is where Windows and Alpha 1 started to have their kind of, built around. And let me say
Thank you, Mr. Linux, for coming, and I hope your Alpha 1 software becomes more successful.